What's up, y'all? Good morning. Welcome to a Football Friday edition of Morning Scone, presented by Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Hudco Roofing, hudcoroofing.com. Hope your morning's off to a great start. As always, we're going to move quickly here. Little bit of a late start today. My apologies for that. I was shaving for the first time in a year and a half. And I realized it is virtually impossible if you've had a beard for a year and a half to shave and get like an everything close shave. Like really impossible. I mean, I probably shaved, that's why I'm late. I shaved like 4 times. I had to relather and shave like 4 times to still have like spots. You see my mustache dark, here's dark. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but there's like spots I just didn't get. Anyway, weird. Anyway, I shaved today because I'm going later to the Aesthetic Medicine and Anti-Aging Clinics of Louisiana to get a hydrofacial, and I'm looking forward to it. Got like some like just rosacea, like they put this machine on you. You can look at your skin, your face, and like just how much dead skin. I mean, just what you would anticipate. You're just living life and getting old. So I'm like, anyway, Erica did this once before. She did a hydrofacial. I'm telling you, her face like glowed when she was done. I was like, I'm gonna go do that. So anyway, Bobby Auten, good morning. Episode 1300. That's dedication, sir. Thank you, Bobby. Thank y'all for being here for 1300 episodes. A lot of you have. So 1,300 consecutive days we have been here for Morning Scone. Let's see. Brandon Atchison. Scone looks like he got a really important meeting this morning. No. I mean, I have meetings every morning, but I'm going to get a hydrofacial. So I needed to shave my beard for the hydrofacial. So I'll get the hydrofacial and I'll start growing the beard back because this is not a look I want. Gotta hide my face. Scott Luminay, you lost a bet? No, man. Jacob Falcon, what's the chance Ali Gaye comes back next year? I doubt it, bro. Like, I mean, I guess whoever the new coach is will do his best to re-recruit the roster. That is really hard to imagine. Samuel Merrifield, Matt, why aren't the national pundits talking about the Title IX investigation? Part of the causes of Coach O's situation. You're the only one I heard. Thanks for being honest. Sure, Samuel. I mean, that's obviously a part of what's going on. But the reality is, if they were going to fire him for Title IX, you were going to have to do that this summer, and they didn't. So I think LSU. But that's technically if they were firing for cause, is what I mean. Which I mean, they're going to fire him because the program is a disaster. But yeah, I mean, of course it matters. Should matter to everyone. Fortunately, it doesn't. And that's the other thing, Samuel. The why is because so many people believe that was a Les Miles thing only because the high-profile story was the Les Miles story with the student worker in his office. In the sort of hush money or whatever, which I'm not saying that's insignificant, but that was not even close to the whole story. Hey, Kelly Groscade Galt, good morning. Very tired of Coach O saying they're having good practices. If that was the case, we would have good blocking and tackling. I don't know if you heard on his coach's show, he said, we had a great Monday practice. I know fans tired of hearing me say that. Like, you sure, but the guy that doesn't pay attention to anything that's said, right? David Boito, this may be dumb, but would Bob Stoops be a worthy candidate? So David, not dumb, by the way. I think a lot of people have mentioned that name, and with good reason. I mean, he did come out of retirement to coach in the XFL, and I do believe that Bob Stoops wants to coach again, based on a lot of what I've been told. I don't believe Bob Stoops is going to get this job. I believe that LSU's number one candidate, like top of the list, is James Franklin. Now, can they get him? They're going to have competition because Penn State, no doubt, is going to fight to keep him, and I'd imagine he's going to be on the short list for USC also. So if he's your target, you're going to have a bit of a fight to get him. Stephen Miller, good morning, babyface. Good morning, Stephen. Kelly Presley, Chappie Johnson, whoever the new coach is, LSU may land. He shouldn't re-recruit some of these players. Well, Chappie, Liz, that goes with any coach, right? I mean, any coach, there's certain players that transfer. Basically, they're cut. I mean, that's part of any regime change. And so there will be some guys they'll want back, they'll re-recruit back. Some guys that they're basically say, look, you're not going to have a spot here. You should look for somewhere else to play. Chuck Sanchez. What's up, Chuck? Get it? Up, Chuck? Brian Wynn, good morning. Looking younger with a close shave, Matt. Okay. Thanks, Brian Wynn. Cade Galt. I like Mark Stoops from Kentucky. Not on the list. Alex Robleski. What about OU's coach as a replacement? Lincoln Riley. Not going to happen. I think if Lincoln Riley ever leaves OU, it's for the NFL. Tony Cortello, will Title IX still be a thing in 2037 when the NCAA completes the investigation? Oh, man. Steven, why are people hung up on old, worn out on the downhill out of the game coaches? I guess Bob Stoops. I guess it's because he had such a long run at OU, proving that he can be a championship winning coach. There may be some Urban Meyer vibes there, right? Guy was out and got back in. Like Meyer left Florida, got back in at Ohio State, had a good second run, and maybe re-energized. The other thing interesting about Stoops, of course, as a defensive-minded guy, he's one that transitioned, right? I mean, as a defensive-minded guy, when the game started to change, he started to transition to big, wide-open offenses. So, defensive guy, adaptable on the offensive side. There's a lot to like there. I don't hate the idea of Bob Stoops. And Bob Stoops isn't that old. Bob Stoops is 50s. Like Coach O's 60. Bob Stoops is 61. Wow, Bob Stoops older than I thought. Yeah. Kelly Presley, why James Franklin? So I think James Franklin would be an awesome hire. And I will tell you that it has been expressed to me unequivocally that James Franklin is at the top of LSU's list. So can they get him? I don't know. But he's the guy at the top of the list. Anyways. There's a lot that I like about James Franklin. He's been in the SEC. He won at Vanderbilt. Really dynamic, very good recruiter. He's won at Penn State. I don't think you can win a championship at Penn State. No one's done it there in a really long time. He also has like a condo at 30A, so he very much likes Destin, the Panhandle, the Gulf Coast there. It's my understanding he spent all of quarantine down there. So, anyway. Reagan Lee heard Jordy say doesn't think he'll come because he's from Pennsylvania. I mean, he is from Pennsylvania. That was one of the appeals of going to Penn State. I don't think that's the deal breaker that would make him not come here. Because I'll tell you, SC is going to make a run at him as well. Brent Roban, morning, Cape San Blas. Good morning. Ross Meir, good morning. Any chance Gamecoin could sign AJ the Ghost Fletcher as an ambassador, undefeated in MMA, fighting out of Lafayette, garnered ESPN top play? Ross, I'm sure at some point, every athlete will have their own coin, which is a giant appeal of it. As far as, ambassadors in this point, I mean, I think they're open to any and all conversations. AJ St. Pierre, good morning. Yesterday I said players quit on O. What I meant was it was deservingly so. It was lost to players. No, that's true. He has lost this team. There's no doubt. Tony Cortello, Franklin's from Pennsylvania. His family lives in PA. His next move be the NFL. I disagree with that, Tony. Here's what I know. James Franklin's going to get broke off one way or the other. Either Penn State's going to sign up to a massive extension. He's going to take the LSU job or the USC job. Let me go quickly here over on YouTube. Sorry, y'all. I'm just short on time. I started late, and I got to get Drew up and get him out to school. Bubba Tatum, Big Boy Hard Knocks. What's up? Juan, good morning. I need help with Gamecoin. Shoot me a message, Juan. I'll help you. You got the text lines. Or on, I mean, you know how to get me. Just shoot me a message. Michael Merritt, good morning. Kirk Taylor, Adam Fontenot, we're a wild Gamecoin ride yesterday. Yeah. You had one person sell a lot, and that triggered the reflection, which we were hopeful wouldn't happen again. But that one very selfish person moved a tremendous amount of coin, which triggered the reflection and moved about $3 million. And then that same person bought the dip. So it went right back up because that person who pulled the million bought the dip that he caused, which is infuriating because that looks like coordinated manipulation, which it's not. It's one person doing a very selfish thing. Anyway. Kyle Milliken, good morning. Autumn Lash, James Bond, Chris Hunter. Thank you, Chris. Tim Gotro, Tad Page. Looking forward to see you, Glow. Kirk at the airport, ready to come home. All right, Kirk, come on, bro. Be good to see you tomorrow, man. James Bond, ready to pull the trigger on Gamecoin. Safest way to load money on crypto wire transfer. Providing credit card info makes me nervous. James Bond, it's 2021. Everybody uses credit cards online. If you don't want to do that, I would say don't do it just to avoid the fee. But yes, you can do a wire transfer. Just remember, if you do a wire transfer, you have to include your unique reference code in the memo line or special instructions, however your bank labels it. You've got to include the unique reference code. Remember that, or your money will be lost in space. It baffles me that if Lane wants in, they wouldn't take him. I hear you, Jacob. I don't think that's going to happen for a lot of off-the-field reasons. Do you think Mario Cristobal is a serious candidate? Not. I've heard fans say it a lot. I haven't had anyone at LSU tell me that name. Make sure T-Bob keeps his dirty hands out of your face tomorrow. Tasha Rickles, good morning. Wishful thinking. I hope the next coach will negotiate with LSU to relax their stance on marijuana. I don't think that that's a coaching issue. That's an administration thing. Mark Allen, Tim Gotro, to whoever's monitoring this chat for Ed. This fan is tired of hearing Ed say anything. If he's not going to resign, ask him to go media dark. He's not going to resign, that's for sure. But I think he will get fired, and I understand will accept a negotiated buyout. Matt, holy crap, the guy that killed Huey Long with the Catholic. You were listening to Scone and T. Yeah. Carl Weiss, I believe it was Dr. Carl Weiss is who killed Huey Long. He went to a Catholic guy. Scone took 10 years off his life. Don't say that. Man, you mean I've got 10 years younger, not 10 years off my life. That's off the back end. That's no good. We don't want that. Kyle, Matt, I read an article, said some of the more desirable coaches are holding off on the USC job to see if they'll consider for the LSU job. I 100% believe that. LSU has built-in geographic advantages that a lot of places don't. Kyle Milliken, no Cam Jordan's big into crypto. Have y'all contacted him about Gamecoin? I haven't, Kyle, but I mean, I don't know what the founders have done. It's a good idea, though. I can slide him a note under the table. Matt, what do you think about Patty the Batty? Sign a 7-figure deal with Barstool. Could be next, man. I mean, getting a ton. Has some McGregor vibes, right? Trivia, what's up? Who's the stranger in Matt's chair on the show? Michael Mills, Matt, it's me again. Did you fall in love with whiskey from your first glass? Or what's the notes and different nuance, something you acquired over time? Usually only hear this from wine drinkers. Okay, last thing. Well, let's see. Scone and Tea had me rolling. So Michael, it was something that so several years ago, I was like, I need to lose weight. I can't drink beer. It's just makes me fat. And problem is right now, football season, I'm drinking too much beer, which is why my face looks bloated. But yeah, so my cousins were into whiskey, and I was like, explain this to me. And so they pulled out several different whiskeys, and we tried, and they kind of explained the variety. Like rye tends to be spicier, bourbon tends to be a little oakier. With Scotch, it's tend to be smoky and peaty. And so you get all the nuance of it, and then you'll learn about aging and what you like. If you want it neat or rocks, or then you kind of find your speed, your flavor, your higher proof, lower proof. So yeah, all that matters. Okay, I gotta go. Sorry to run so quick. Jeff Lewis would have to use to buy Gamecoin. So you have to have Crypto.com to buy Binance Coin, and then you have to have a Trust Wallet. So once you buy your Binance Coin, you move that into Trust Wallet, then there's a process you go to buy Gamecoin. So I know this is complicated, but there's a video. If you go to the Gamecoin website, thegamecoin.net, there's literally a tab that says how to buy Gamecoin. Just follow those instructions. Okay, y'all have an awesome day. We'll see you later. Peace.